Namaste everyone. I am Neetu Somani, your host and moderator for today. I am a yoga instructor and yoga therapist from Singapore. It is a great pleasure and honor to be amongst such great dignitaries and speakers today. आप सभी का मैं तहे दिल से स्वागत करती हूँ. As you all know, 21st June is the International Day of Yoga, and we have started the celebrations already. YouthNews.online, in association with National Youth Foundation, Indian Yoga Association, and Parmarth Niketan Ashram have organized International Yoga e-conclave, and today is the second day. We have some renowned and eminent speakers from all over the world to enlighten us. Yesterday was the first day of the conclave, and we had the privilege to listen to many spiritual gurus and yoga masters from all over the world sharing their wisdom and knowledge with us. It is my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to all of you for the second day of International Yoga e-conclave 2021. I would like to thank the sponsors of the conclave, who are City Montessori School, Vishwa and Vyasa Canada, the Art of Living Foundation, Hum Purna Yoga Institute, Sarva Yoga International, Resonance the Yoga Studio, International Naturopathy Organization, SBPASS, World Yoga Federation, Yoga Alliance International, Sunmark Event Expert, Adhyatma Yoga Kendra, Soham Department of Yoga and Naturopathy, MJ College, Jalgaon, Anand Ashram Pondicherry, Dr. Nutan Ayurveda and Garbh Sanskar Academy, Manav Dharam Argentinian Hindu Parishad. Thank you all. The reach and spread of yoga today spans across continents. There are communities of yoga practitioners in almost every country in the world today. In order to benefit fully from yoga, to understand yoga in its entirety, we must reflect on who is a yogi. There is a beautiful shlok in Bhagavad Gita where Lord Krishna says, Yasmano dvijate loko, lokano dvijate chayaha, harshamarsh bhayo dvegair, muktoya sachme priyaha. By whom the world is not disturbed, and he who is not disturbed by the world, who is free from joy, impatience, fear, and distress, he is also dear to me. As you all know, we are going through extraordinary times with the pandemic still quite prevalent. As the world battles the COVID-19 pandemic on a war footing, India's traditional system of yoga has been established as a means to boost immunity, improve overall health and well-being. On 20th March 2020, Director General of the WHO also suggested that people could do yoga to maintain their physical and mental health. This will not help you only in the long term, it will also help you to fight COVID-19 if you get it, he suggested.
To welcome you all on behalf of YouthNews.online, Parmarth Niketan Ashram and Indian Yoga Association in the International Yoga e-conclave 2021. आज हमारे बीच में बहुत सारे ऐसे व्यक्तित्व हैं, महान विभूतियां हैं, जिनसे वैसे रूबरू हो पाना शायद मुश्किल होता, लेकिन कोरोना ने काफी सब कुछ आसान कर दिया और शायद हम लोग इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर यहाँ पर ऐसे समय में हैं जबकि पूरा देश कोरोना से जूझ रहा है और ये सही जरूरत है, ये कार्यक्रम इस समय की जरूरत बन चुका है। ऐसे कार्यक्रम में यहाँ आए हुए सभी अतिथियों का, यहाँ पर आए हुए सभी महान विभूतियों का मैं हार्दिक स्वागत, वंदन एवं अभिनंदन करता हूँ। This event is organized by YouthNews.online in association with Indian Yoga Association, Parmarth Niketan Ashram and Indian Yoga and National Youth Foundation. This event is supported by City Montessori School, Vishwa and Vyasa Canada, the Art of Living Foundation, Hanspurna Yoga Institute, Sarva Yoga International, Resonance the Yoga Institute, International Naturopathy Organization, SB Pass, World Yoga Federation, Yoga Alliance International, Sanmarg Event International, Adhyatma Yoga Kendra, Soham Department of Yoga and Naturopathy, MJ College, Jalgaon, Ananda Ashram, Pondicherry, Dr. Nutan Ayurveda at Garbh Sanskar Academy, Manav Dharma Argentina, Hindu Parishad. We'd like to welcome everyone on board. We would like to welcome Mr. Ravi Tripathi, Indian Idol finalist, and who represented India internationally in Asian Games. We would like to welcome chief guest, Dr. H.R. Nagendra Guruji. He has joined us. We welcome you all on behalf of our entire team and on the behalf of the supporting organizations. We would like to welcome Ms. Bhanumati Narasimhan, the chairperson, Women Empowerment and Child Care Programs from Art of Living Foundation. We would like to welcome Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, founder, CMS Group of Institutions. We would like to welcome Dr. Ananda Balyogi Bhavnani ji, Chairman ICYER and Yoganjali Natyalam. We would like to welcome Subodh Tiwari ji, Vice President, Indian Yoga Association and Founder Director, Kaivalya Dham. We would like to welcome Sarita P. Naik, the founder of UGLC and the faculty of AYG Academy. We would like to welcome Dr. Ishwar K. Baswareddy, Director, Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, Dr. Vishwas Manlik ji, founder, Yoga Vidya Dham, Swamini Durga Saraswati ji, the faculty, Peter Rosina, founder, Project Peace Lights, Aparna Das, President, ISKCON Temple, Dr. Satyendra Kumar Mishra, faculty member, Faculty of Yoga and Alternative Medicine, Lucknow University. We would like to welcome you all on board for making this event a memorable event. And एक बार पुनः यहाँ आए हुए सभी अतिथियों का मैं अपनी संस्था youthnews.online की तरफ से, परमार्थ निकेतन आश्रम की तरफ से, नेशनल यूथ फाउंडेशन की तरफ से और इंडियन योगा एसोसिएशन की तरफ से हार्दिक स्वागत, वंदन एवं अभिनंदन करता हूं और इस कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए अपने होस्ट से अनुरोध करता हूं। धन्यवाद।
Okay, now next in our program, I would like to welcome Dr. Ishwar K. Baswareddy ji, who is the Managing Director of Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, MD NIY, at Ministry of Ayush. He has participated.
Neetu ji, director, not the managing director, director.
Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry for that. He's the director of Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga. Once again, I'm sorry for that. He has participated in more than 400 national and international conferences. And now today he will throw light on how yoga is a means to look within. I welcome you, Dr. Reddy here, Ishwar Reddy here. Thank you so much.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. My pranams to all yogacharyas and yoga enthusiasts. I am seeing the esteemed presence of two Prime Minister awardees, respected Dr. Mandlik ji and my esteemed friend Mrs. Antonietta Roji from Italy, and also see the presence of my esteemed friend Dr. Anand. I will just take 5 minutes and 5 points. First of all, I bow my pranams to respected Guruji Nagendra ji. He is very kind enough to remember the people who really contributed for the IDY, because this webinar is organized on the eve of IDY. That's why I have joined this without knowing much about the organization. Just Himanshu sent a letter and I have joined without looking, because it's an IDY program. IDY and CYP, Common Yoga Protocol, are synonymous, and it was developed in consultation with all the yoga masters. I have consulted more than 86 masters and the consultation went on for 3 to 4 months. Guruji always there guiding, and all the eminent yoga masters, medical professionals. We are really active in the field of yoga. Have contributed. I don't take any one name. All the live masters are really very, very humble, and that was a unique moment. We cherish that memory. Now it has become one of the most biggest public health initiative by any government across the globe. In my opinion, there are more than 24 to 25 crore, that is 250 million people have practiced this common yoga protocol in one form or the other across the globe during the last 6 years. So the credit goes to the entire yoga fraternity. So we are only the means. This year, under the pandemic condition, be with yoga, be at home. With this message, ministry with all the leading yoga institutions, we are promoting, and several organizations have joined with us. Now we have teaching models of common yoga protocol of 36 hours. From day after tomorrow, Monday, we are putting only 15 hours practicals. As and when we near, maximum people make use of morning, evening. And we are also giving volunteer certificates from the Yoga Certification Board. And all our yoga community is joining hands with us. So why I'm telling you, yoga is the union. So this is the way how we unite. We have differences. I never say we don't have differences. That differences make us to unite more meaningfully. So yoga has a cultural diversities, language diversities, regional diversities, but we are one. We are one because of yoga is our heritage, our culture. And that's why I'm very proud I am Indian. This is the first. The second one is the topic given to me is very interesting. We have chosen, I don't know, very dear to me. That is yoga, a means to look within. So I have now 5 points. So what it's a journey. If you see the yoga, the very nature of yoga, it is the journey from gross to the subtle. That is to the sthula sushukshma. Then it is a journey of finite to infinite. It's a journey of uniting, experiencing Atman, and uniting and merging with a universal consciousness, Paramatman. Like this, it starts with the subtle when we born. So whenever we talk about yoga, many philosophies, many concepts are there, but Sankhya and yoga are profoundly, because of a physics background, they are more appealing for the scientific fraternity. Because when a Purusha come in contact with Prakriti, evolution starts. Ultimately, we are coming into the tamasic, that is the way in the samsara. Therefore, we are a two nature. One is the external world, another is the internal world. So yoga is the journey from the external world to the internal world. And what are the needs? So first of all, this is the body we see, the sthula sharira. And what yoga practices? So especially in Tantra, I'm going in the reverse direction. Especially in Tantra, has been developed various yoga practices to cleansing our Ghata Shuddhi. It's called the Ghata Shuddhi. The Ghata means this physical body. So to cleanse this body, there are practices. It may be Neti, Dhoti, Kapalabhati, Kratakannavali, Basti, and several other, as also explained in the Yoga text. Then the 5 vital organs, the brain, the heart, the lungs, liver and kidneys, and all our spinal cord and the entire nervous system, endocrine system. And if you can see the yoga practices in Tantra Yoga, different Hatha Yoga texts have been developed. This is, we call it as Hatha Yoga or the form of Tantra. Tantra is a higher one, but we confine it to that. So then it comes to the once the body is pure aligned and there is a flow of energy. I am taking in the form of Kriya Yoga, where we manage this energy channelization. Sometimes it is somebody take it as a Kundalini, somebody is a Kriya. Names are different, but the second aspect is the channelization of the energy, alignment of the energy, so that from the Stula, we are going to little bit of Sukshma. We cannot see the prana, but we can experience that flow, the Chananashilata. So then we are going to upper one, the Kriya Yoga, the second one explained that. Then you go to the higher one. Then it is the mind. We have the emotions. First, I talk about the mind and thoughts. It's a bundle of thoughts. So mind in the Sankhya, it has been connected with two. One is with the Sattvic and another one is the Rajasic. When mind come in contact with the Indriyas, Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, it goes outward. When it comes to the Ekagra, it is Sattva Pradhana, it goes to the upward. Therefore, mind has the dual nature, always yes or no, it comes. This is the very nature. Therefore, there are methods, means and methods in the, that's why yogic practices are mind-centered. So their dhyana, the best methods of dhyana are two schools. One is Yoga of Patanjali, another is Buddha, Arya Ashtangika Marga. So they are only the best schools who really explain how to enter into the dhyana. Vyasa says Yoga Samadhi. Yoga is dhyana. Dhyana is the beginning of the various stages of Samadhi. Therefore, nowadays in the Western countries, it has become yoga and meditation. All our medical people also start following the meditation because meditation is the head, the core of yoga. If you remove this head, there is nothing. That's why yoga is dhyana. Even in Jaina Darshana, their yoga is dhyana, nothing but dhyana. Therefore, dhyana is the core of yoga because all yogic practices are meant for the mind management. So therefore, Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali are very, very important. Therefore, it talks about the Viveka Khyati. So they are higher realms, but management of mind as beautifully explained in various yoga forms. But these schools, Yoga of Patanjali and Yoga of Buddha, are giving the methods of meditation, which is mind management. So then the inward journey starts, the practical aspect. So I have the healthy body, channelization of energy, and the concentrated or the stable mind. But once I born, I have to work. Then Karma Yoga teaches us the selfless action, so that I am not bound by the karma. How we have to go to the enter, because our karma, the prarabdha karma, sanchita karma are blocking our inward journey. Therefore, in the meditation, vichara, vitarka, ananda, asmita. So if I go on explaining all these things, it's okay. That's why the dhyana is being say, therefore, I am there to do the karma. I should not escape from the doing the karma, what has come in my way. But at the same time, I should not confine to the fruits of karma as it is godly. So Karma Yoga teaches us the very basic thing, action, selfless karma. That's the one thing, Nishkama karma. So for that Nishkama karma, I am going higher aspect. So I am the person of emotions. So therefore, we love the father, mother, teacher, wife, children, all these things, bondages are there. We are the external world. But how we can detach? There it is called Nirupadika, unconditional love. From conditional love, it is transforming into the unconditional love. There, bhakti has the methods and means. So now I have wonderful, I am doing action, I have the unconditional love. Then I realized the self. So what is the spirituality? Earlier I was speaking to some scholar, the systematic study of the self, the systematic knowledge and study of the self and experience. What is the difference between science and spirituality? So what I said, what is the essence of man first? The spirit is the essence of man. Therefore, once you that I have to understand that in science, I am doing the experiments on the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world. through observations and experimentations. So we are doing it, but in the spiritual journey, we are experiencing it. This is the difference between the science and yoga. Science, yoga, it is experiencing, it's how it is experiencing. So I started the world from the body, then the empirical knowledge, the physical knowledge, the Indriya Janya Jnana. Then I'm going to the rational knowledge. So Buddhi Janya Jnana. So I'm going back. So once I overcome the Nirupadika Bhakti, Nishkama Karma, the entire thing, then I call the Jnana Yoga. There I enter into the Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka, which is real, which is not real. The yoga person realizes that. He remain in that Nitya. He always exclude the Anitya. This Nitya Jnana, that Jnana, which is Nitya, Atman is the Nitya, Spirit is the Nitya, which is the essence of man. So therefore, from the grass, it is the journey toward the self to understand what is my true nature. I am a director, I am a husband, I am doing everything. But at the same time, inside, I am what? I am Satchit Ananda Swarupa. So such person is always the enlightened person. So we are talking about pandemic, that is, etc. It doesn't bother. Death and all this. Abhinivesh is the one of the Panchaklesha. It's the worst. It begins. The fear of death, every human beings have. But the yoga people doesn't have that. So this journey is missing. We are giving lectures after lectures after that. You do that, you cut up, you ape you. All these things are, it's okay. But this philosophy is permanently taking us, when we start from the gross to the subtle, enter into the core of yoga, and we establish in our own self, then we are in the eternal peace. So that is the need of the hour. Thank you for the opportunity. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.